There's a reason why certain people seem to effortlessly attract money while others struggle their entire lives, working harder but never getting ahead. What I'm about to share with you was discovered in Florence Scovel Shinn's private journals, a morning declaration so powerful that she used it herself every single day and taught it only to her most trusted students. This isn't just another affirmation you'll find in self-help books. This is a spiritual activation code that aligns your consciousness with the infinite flow of abundance that's already surrounding you right now. The universe has orchestrated your presence here today because you're ready to receive this knowledge. For over a century, this secret has been hidden in plain sight, tucked away in Florence Shinn's teachings, but few people understood its true power. Those who did became some of the most prosperous individuals of their time. What you're about to discover will explain why money has felt difficult for you, and more importantly, how to change that starting tomorrow morning. Most people wake up and immediately begin creating their financial reality through unconscious declarations. They say things like, "I can't afford this," or "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "I have to work so hard just to get by." These aren't just casual statements, they're spiritual commands that the universe must obey. Florence Scovel Shinn understood something that modern science is only now beginning to prove. Your words are creative forces that shape your reality at the quantum level. Every morning, the moment your consciousness emerges from sleep, you have a window of pure creative potential. Your subconscious mind is most receptive. Your connection to infinite intelligence is strongest, and your ability to imprint new patterns of abundance is at its peak. But here's what most people don't realize. This window closes quickly. Within the first few minutes of waking, your old patterns, your financial worries, and your limiting beliefs start flooding back in. That's why this morning declaration must be the very first words that pass through your consciousness. Florence discovered this secret when she was struggling financially herself, before she became one of the most influential spiritual teachers of her time. She was a single mother, trying to make ends meet, when she stumbled upon an ancient principle that changed everything. She realized that the moment of awakening was sacred. It was when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds was thinnest. She began experimenting with different declarations, testing their power not just on herself, but on her students. What she found was remarkable. There was one specific declaration that seemed to open financial floodgates like nothing else she'd ever encountered. Students would report unexpected checks arriving, new opportunities appearing out of nowhere, and a general sense that money was flowing to them from multiple directions. The declaration itself is deceptively simple, but its spiritual mechanics are profound. Before I share it with you, you need to understand why it works, because your understanding amplifies its power exponentially. When you speak these words first thing in the morning, you're doing three things simultaneously. First, you're commanding your subconscious mind to reorganize itself around abundance rather than lack. Your subconscious doesn't argue with you. It simply accepts whatever you declare as truth and begins working 24 hours a day to make it your reality. Second, you're aligning yourself with the universal law of circulation. Money is energy, and energy must flow. When you declare yourself as a conduit for this flow, you remove the blocks that have been stopping abundance from reaching you. You shift from being someone who holds on to money out of fear to someone who allows money to flow through them freely. Third, and most importantly, you're invoking what Florence called the law of the word. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Your words carry the same creative power that spoke the universe into existence. When you speak with conviction, with faith, and with the knowledge that you're collaborating with infinite intelligence, miracles happen. The biblical principle is clear. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Every morning, you're literally choosing between financial death and financial life. Most people unconsciously choose death. They wake up thinking about bills, problems, and lack. But you're about to learn how to consciously choose life. Now, here's the declaration that Florence Scovel Shinn discovered, the one that opened the floodgates of abundance for her and her students. Listen carefully, because these words carry power that goes beyond their simple meaning. The declaration is this: infinite intelligence is my source, and infinite intelligence cannot fail. My supply is unlimited, inexhaustible, and immediate. I am a magnet for money, and money flows to me now from expected and unexpected sources in avalanches of abundance. I give thanks that my financial good is already established in the invisible and is now made manifest in perfect ways. Now let me explain why each part of this declaration is spiritually significant, because understanding amplifies power. Infinite intelligence is my source, and infinite intelligence cannot fail. This first statement immediately shifts your consciousness away from looking to your job, your business, or any human source as your provider. You're acknowledging that the same intelligence that created the universe, that maintains the orbit of planets and causes flowers to bloom, is your source of supply. And this intelligence has never failed in billions of years of operation. My supply is unlimited, inexhaustible, and immediate. These words reprogram your subconscious mind to expect abundance rather than scarcity. The word immediate is particularly powerful because it collapses time. In the spiritual realm, your good already exists. This declaration brings it into the physical realm now. I am a magnet for money, and money flows to me now from expected and unexpected sources in avalanches of abundance. This creates what Florence called the magnetic pull of prosperous thinking. When you declare yourself a magnet, you're activating the law of attraction at the highest level. Money begins seeking you out, rather than you chasing after money. The phrase expected and unexpected sources is crucial because it opens your mind to possibilities beyond your current awareness. Many of Florence's students found that their breakthrough money came from completely unexpected directions. Inheritances they didn't know about, refunds they'd forgotten, opportunities that appeared out of nowhere. Avalanches of abundance creates an image of massive, overwhelming prosperity. Your subconscious mind works with images and emotions. When you consistently visualize avalanches of money flowing to you, your subconscious begins orchestrating circumstances to make this your reality. I give thanks that my financial good is already established in the invisible and is now made manifest in perfect ways. This final statement combines gratitude with faith. You're thanking God for what's already yours in the spiritual realm, while declaring that it's manifesting in the physical realm in perfect ways, meaning in ways that are highest and best for all concerned. Right now, the universe is testing your readiness to receive this abundance. In the comments below, write, "I am a magnet for money." This isn't just engagement, it's spiritual activation. Your written word becomes a covenant with infinite intelligence. When you write these words publicly, you're making a declaration before witnesses, which amplifies its power exponentially. The universe responds to bold faith, and commenting is your way of demonstrating that faith. But here's what makes this morning practice even more powerful. It's not just about saying the words, it's about saying them in a specific way, at a specific time, with a specific emotional state. Florence discovered that the first 7 minutes after waking are the most spiritually potent. Your brainwaves are in what scientists now call the theta state, the same state experienced by deep meditators and mystics throughout history. In this state, your subconscious mind is wide open, and your declarations go directly into the deeper levels of consciousness where real change happens. You must speak these words before you check your phone, before you think about your problems, before you allow the world to intrude on this sacred moment. Keep the declaration written somewhere you can see it immediately upon waking. Some of Florence's students kept it on their nightstand. Others posted it on their bathroom mirror. Speak the words slowly, with conviction, as if you're giving instructions to the universe itself, because that's exactly what you're doing. Feel the truth of each statement as it passes through your consciousness. See money flowing to you as you speak. Feel gratitude for the abundance that's already on its way. The timing is everything, This must become as automatic as breathing. For the next 30 days, without exception, make this declaration the very first conscious act of each day. Don't skip weekends. Don't make excuses. Your financial transformation depends on consistency. Florence often said that it takes 21 days to establish a new mental pattern, but 30 days to make it unshakable. After 30 days of this practice, abundance consciousness becomes your natural state, rather than something you have to work at. If you're part of the select few who recognize these spiritual laws at work, you're exactly where you need to be. Subscribe to Florence Shinn Secrets because these ancient principles have more to reveal to prepared minds like yours. This channel exists for people who understand that prosperity is a spiritual science, not a matter of luck or circumstance. Now, let me share something that will accelerate your results beyond what most people ever experience. Florence Scovel Shinn discovered that certain people experienced faster and more dramatic results with this morning declaration. The difference wasn't in their circumstances or background. It was in their approach to what she called the sacred pause. After speaking the declaration, these successful students would sit in complete silence for exactly 3 minutes. During this silence, they would visualize their declaration becoming reality. They would see unexpected checks arriving, feel the emotion of financial freedom, and imagine themselves living in the abundance they'd just declared. But here's the secret within the secret. It wasn't just visualization. During these 3 minutes of silence, they would listen. Florence taught that after you speak your word into the universe speaks back. In that silence, divine intelligence would often download specific guidance about actions to take, people to contact, or opportunities to pursue. Many of her students reported receiving their most profitable ideas during these 3 minutes of sacred silence. One student received the inspiration for a business that generated over $1 million. Another received guidance to check an old insurance policy that resulted in an unexpected payout of $50,000. This sacred pause transforms your morning declaration from a simple affirmation into a two-way communication with infinite intelligence. You speak your word, then you listen for your guidance. This is how Florence's students began living in the flow of inspired action, where abundance comes not through force and struggle, but through divine orchestration. What I've shared today is the foundation, but there's an ancient technique that Florence Scovel Shinn reserved for her most dedicated students, a method so powerful she rarely spoke of it publicly. I've compiled this advanced practice in the link below, but access it only if you're truly ready to accelerate your results beyond what most people ever experience. This technique combines the morning declaration with specific evening gratitude, practices that create what Florence called the 24-hour prosperity loop. Remember, the universe doesn't respond to your need. It responds to your faith. When you speak this declaration every morning with absolute conviction, you're not asking for money. You're claiming the abundance that's already yours by divine right. You're stepping into the truth that Florence Scovel Shinn discovered over a century ago. You are heir to the kingdom, and in that kingdom, there is no lack. Your financial transformation begins tomorrow morning with your first conscious breath. Speak these words as if your prosperity depends on them, because it does. The universe is ready to flood your life with abundance. The only question is, are you ready to receive it? The choice is yours, and the power is in your words. Use them wisely, use them consistently, and watch as money begins flowing to you in ways that will astonish even you. This is your moment. This is your breakthrough. Your abundant life is waiting.